What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space, I'm in your face, and I'm definitely blessed to be here on this wonderful, beautiful. The temperature is fantastic day here in the great state of Mississippi. When I say a lot of positive things are happening, a lot of great things are happening. Yeah, we're going to talk about it today. Some wonderful guests that are going to be joining us. But while we're waiting, while we're sitting back and anticipating everyone who's going to be joining the live today, we're going to give everybody an opportunity to come on in. Yep, that's right. Come on in. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the way around the board. Y'all make sure y'all come on in, tap in, lock in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We are live here on the Prime Time Network. I am your host, Big G, and you are tuned into Industry Talk. Yes, indeed. You are tuned into Industry Talk, ladies and gentlemen. If you are not subscribed to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the business is, but you need to come on and lock on in. This for you. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Make sure you tap in. Y'all know what it is, man. Like, share, subscribe. And what I need you to do, since it's already been mentioned, and I'm going to give you a call to action. That's a CTA, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple. What I need you to do, if you're listening, if you can hear my voice, there's a little share button. There's a little share button on your device, on your computer, on your tablet. Share the live on all of the social media platforms, whichever one that you enjoy using. Share the live. Tell your friends. It's going to be a great conversation. When I say great conversation, I mean I'm introducing some new people to the platform. They have awesome stories, awesome testimonies in terms of who they are, what they've accomplished in their lives, and what they're going to continue to accomplish and pursue in their lives. Oh, hey, thank you. I'm already liking the comments. This, I can tell you this is going to be a great show. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull the comments up. Let's see. What that say? I don't know what this is. Got rid of it. That ain't no comments I'm gonna show. But yes. Says someone got a haircut and is looking good. Yes. I got a haircut the other day. I was looking like a woolly booger, and I don't really mind looking like a woolly booger. But at the same time, it was getting hot, so I had to shave up and get ready, get myself prepped up, tuned up, and looking sharp. I'm looking sharp because there's something fantastic happening this weekend. Yes, indeed. But I'm waiting for everybody to come on in, chime on in. You know, all the notifications are going out across all the platforms. But there's a great event that's going on. Tolu Smith is hosting a 3-on-3 tournament in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi at MLK Park, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. We've been talking about it over the last week and a half or so, ever since the Detroit Pistons got bumped out of the playoffs. Yeah. Anyway, that's me reflecting because I was expecting them to be in the championship game. But anyway, he's coming home, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming home, and he'll be in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. And we're going to be talking with Miss Tisha Lee today. Tisha will be joining us. She is one of the platinum sponsors for the tournament. She is one of the entrepreneurs and philanthropists that is backing this entire event with her ingenuity, creativity, and a whole bunch of other things, including some money. Ladies and gentlemen, they have helped to assist us in putting on what I would consider an awesome event. Vendors, jump houses, splash pads, 3-on-3 basketball, community event all the way around the board. It's going to be fantastic, if I say so myself. And while I'm in the midst of what I'm talking about, we also have Miss Akila Maisha Lair, who will be joining us later on in the program. She is a singer, songwriter, actor, actress, fitness coach. You know, I may need to talk to her about, how to get a little trim, drop a few pounds. But at the same time, we're going to have a great conversation with her because she has participated in a movie with my good friend Kirby Capone, In the Pastor's Study. And we'll be talking about that here in just a little bit as well. Looking forward to touching down with my good man Jarrell Braswell and Terry Cherry. They should be joining us here in just a little bit. So let's go ahead on and kick this thing off the way we kick these things off. I might have forgot something. Did I forget something? I know I did not. I definitely forgot something. I did, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on a second. Today's conversation on Industry Talk is being brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Tisha's Signature House Blend Seasonal. When you're preparing yourself something to eat, be sure to season your meats with Tisha's Signature House Blend Seasonal. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, Tisha's Signature. Now, this isn't some off-brand offshoot, just throw it in there and hope it works. No, this is her signature house blend seasonal. It's better than all the others. I'm not even going to mention them. Y'all know what they are. Saturan, Slap Your Ma'am, all them other ones. No. She put a name on this one, ladies and gentlemen. So she's serious about the business. So without any further ado, let me go ahead on and give a little opening about who she is and what we got going on. And welcome everybody to Industry Talk, where we bring you the leaders, the visionaries, entrepreneurs, community builders who are making a difference every single day. Tonight, we're honored to sit down with a woman who understands that real estate is about much more than buying and selling property. It's about creating opportunity, building wealth, strengthening communities, and helping families turn dreams into reality. Our guest, Tisha Lee, a respected business leader who has built a reputation on professionalism, integrity, and service. Through her work, she has helped individuals and families navigate one of the most important investments they will ever make, and that's home ownership. But beyond the business, Tisha represents something even bigger. She represents leadership, entrepreneurship, and a commitment to community growth in a time when people are searching for financial stability and ways to build generational wealth. Her voice and expertise are more valuable than ever. Tonight, we'll discuss the current real estate market, the path to home ownership, wealth building strategies, entrepreneurship, and the importance of investing, not only in property, but also in people and community. So no matter where you're watching this from, make sure you lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and get ready for an insightful conversation with a woman who is helping shape the future one family, one property, one opportunity at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Miss Tisha Lee.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic. I am blessed, and I am so thankful to see you and happy that you are joining us today. How are things going with you, my sister?
Things are going very well. I'm happy to be here, and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Okay, well, I know you're a busy woman. I'm not going to hold you long, but I do want the people to get an opportunity to know who you are, because I know you. If anybody knows you, I know you. You and I, we used to walk the streets back in the day, you know what I mean, knocking on doors and selling raffle tickets and all kinds of stuff, trying to help. The original hustlers back in the day.
We've been building this community since we were kids, right?
Since we were kids, that's right. That's right. And so now it's really come full circle because you're an entrepreneur, you're a philanthropist, you're one of the top business leaders in the state of Mississippi, not just along the Gulf Coast and the surrounding areas, in your age group. So when we talk about Tisha, tell us, like I said, who you are and what we need to know about Tisha Lee.
Well, I believe in God and family first.
Amen.
And community. So when we talk about real estate, the most important thing there are the people and the community. If you're not sowing into the community, why are you even in business? Okay. What are we doing?
Right.
So real estate is a vital part in helping grow our community and helping build our people within our community.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Hold on a second. What I'm going to do is, I tell people all the time, T, that I have a face for radio. So I'm going to come off the screen, you know what I'm saying? Because you're looking all good and dutied up and looking fresh and so clean, hair looking all laid and stuff. So I don't want to take away from your conversation with me. So let me put you on the screen, and I want to make sure you can still hear me. Can you still hear me?
I hear you.
Perfect. See how much better that looks without me on the screen?
You're looking sharp today. You're looking sharp, all shaved up and stuff.
See, everybody got comments. Everybody got comments about my haircut and stuff. But I'm, it is what it is. Hold on a second. Let me make an introduction right quick. This is one of our co-hosts.
Hi.
Terry Cherry, Tisha, Terry Cherry.
Hi, nice to meet you.
How are you?
Yes, indeed. Good. So, Terry, we're gonna run through everything we got to talk to with Tisha, and then I'm gonna bring you in a little bit because we have Akila to talk to here in just a minute too. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Terry. Appreciate you, dog. Okay, Tisha, here you go. Let me bring her back on the stage. There we go. All right. So, didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. As you were saying.
Well, at the end of the day, it's about the people in the community. And I absolutely love helping people reach their goals, whether that's personal, financial, real estate goals, cooking goals, shopping goals, whatever it is that you value in life. That's what I'm here to help facilitate.
Okay, so we gonna get to straight to the point with this thing because you're being very humble and modest about who you are. People may not understand where you are from. Bay St. Louis, Mississippi.
Bay St. Louis girl through and through.
Yes, the one of the deepest part of South that you will ever see, and you have come through what one would consider one of the roughest parts of living, right? Knowing that in the early stages, how things were going through Hurricane Katrina and the rebuild, the reconstruction of the Gulf Coast, and especially Bay St. Louis, people don't realize how catastrophic it was. And maybe you could touch that a little bit. Excuse me. Spam, nobody. And still going to South Alabama, right? Well, you went to school in Bay St. Louis, going to South Alabama, graduating, pursuing your career, doing your thing, getting to the point to where is now you're one of the ambassadors and leaders of the industry as it relates to real estate. And now you're jumping off into your own business with seasoning. And because you know how deep it is, how deep our family runs with cooking and food and the whole 9 yards. So give us a little background on that. I'm not going to let you just skip by that. Talk to us.
So, with our family, we love to cook. We always end up in the kitchen. The kitchen is the heart of the home. I truly believe the kitchen is the heart of the home. So in my real estate business, I wanted to come up with something that was Tisha, something that helped people recognize me and who I am. And I'm like, you know what? The kitchen is the heart of the home. I sell houses. I'm going to put my seasoning out there. I'm always concocting something in the kitchen. I'm going to put it out there. It's going to be a promotional item for my clients, as gifts to them and things like that. And everybody really loved it. So kind of fell in my lap. You know what? I'm going to turn this into a business. So I created a separate lane for that. And now I'm selling my seasonings. And right now I currently have Tisha's House Blend, which is a seasoned salt, a seasoned all. Now I am working on a spicier blend, and it is really good. So that'll be coming out soon. So it's kind of, it's just a pivot. It's kind of something that fell into my lap that's kind of taken off. And awesome. You know how we are about community, and you feed people. Food is a common language for everybody, right?
Right.
So we love our community. Bay St. Louis built us, and now Bay St. Louis gets a taste of home from Tisha Seasonings.
Okay, so speaking of Bay St. Louis, speaking of home, the current state of the Mississippi Gulf Coast housing market. Talk to me.
Mm-hmm. The Mississippi Gulf Coast housing market is always booming. There's nobody that comes to the Mississippi Gulf Coast and doesn't fall in love and want to move here. Mm-hmm. So it's booming. It's a hidden gem. We've probably always taken it for granted. I think at our age now, we appreciate it and see how beautiful and how lovely it is. Sometimes I take the long way home. I just get my car and ride down the beach to go home when I could take a shorter route. It's beautiful here, and people want to live here and people want to buy here. So
okay. So with that special caveat, what buyers and sellers should expect in today's market along the Gulf Coast? What should they expect coming into?
Well, right now it's it's still a buyer's market right now. Okay. It's not as much in the seller's hands right now. Interest rates are dropping, but they are not what people saw during COVID times, which was something we may never see again. And interest rates aren't bad, but it's just that what people saw during COVID is people are expecting that again, right?
Right.
So it's not that they're bad, but you're gonna get luxury vacation like living down here with good food and for a drop in the bucket of what you would spend somewhere else. So okay. You couldn't get what you get in the quality of life that we have down here in California or New York or even Texas for what you pay down here, which is another reason it's a hidden gem and why a lot of people are wanting to move this way.
So what are some common mistakes for first-time home buyers? What are the common mistakes that they might make along the way?
So typically it is, financing things. When you want to buy, you want to make sure that you talk with the lender and make sure that you're not like financing yourself and your debt to income ratio out of being able to get a house, because there's a lot of factors that are involved. The first thing you want to do is get with a good, trusted realtor, and they're going to guide you through that entire process to help you not make some of those common mistakes. And like I said, the biggest thing is financing things. You may feel like, okay, I can finance this furniture or this vehicle and it's going to be fine. I can afford this. I know what I can afford. But when you get with a lender and they start looking at your debt to income ratio, yes, you may be able to afford that, but there's guidelines that dictate, what you can do. But there's also always a path. There's always a path for first-time home buyers. It may not be today. It may be in 2 months, 6 months, a year, but we can get you there. So even though you may have made some of those financing mistakes, we can help get you through those things.
Okay. We have an engaging audience today, so people are asking questions. One question from the audience is, what made you move from corporate to being a realtor? Was it a dream a long time ago, or is real estate something you happened upon? I don't know how you just happened upon real estate, because that's a lot of studying. That's an exam that you got to go take. How do you just happen upon that? And then I'll tell you who the individual is that asked the question. I can't tell you who it is right now.
Okay, so this is going to seem very simple. So I'm going to kind of backtrack. A lot of times people think that, being a realtor is a real estate agent is super, super easy. All we do is unlock doors and show houses and get people in houses.
That's not what you do?
No.
I was confused. Wait a minute. I was confused.
Yeah, right. And I'm really going to answer your question, but I'm going to go this route to get to that.
Okay.
It's very, very legal. It's very, very, there's a lot of moving parts to real estate. But for me, it started out with just a love for houses. I would literally, as eye-opening as it was once I got into it, my vision was just like, the average person who thinks it's just opening pretty, doors to pretty houses and showing houses and helping get people in houses. It was that simple for me, was that I just loved doing that. I'd get the paper out on Saturdays, see who had open houses, ride around and go tour homes. So I truly thought, this is what it's going to be. That's how simple it started out for me. I've been licensed since 2008 in Alabama, and then since 2019 in Mississippi. So it started out that simple, but once you get into it, so then once I got into it, my passion for the people, I absolutely love helping people achieve their goals. First-time home buyers are my favorite, especially when you have a first-time home buyer that comes to you and they're not quite ready, and then you help get them ready. Yeah. And help them get into their home for the first time. That it is the most amazing feeling, helping people, reach their
lives. You really change your lives at that point.
Absolutely. And people don't understand also how real estate builds wealth.
Yes.
Buy something. I tell everybody, buy something, even if it's a lot. Even if, a home, it doesn't, that first home doesn't have to be your dream home. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be your dream home, but get something that's going to appreciate. You go buy your car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates. You buy a house, it's typically going to appreciate in value. So there's different things you can do with that house later on down the line. It can turn into a rental investment. It can turn to a vacation rental. You can sell it, make more off of it than you paid on it, put it into your next investment. Generational wealth, leaving it to family members. It's a wealth building tool.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Tish. Mm-hmm. What were the challenges that you faced building your career in real estate? Now, you made it sound like it was happy-go-lucky and you enjoyed it and hey, I'm just going to go do. But we know that in every business you face challenges. Talk to us.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's financial challenges. It's not the cheapest thing to do.
Right.
That's challenging. And building your business, you're bringing in your own clients. You have to find ways to get people to want to come to you. That is probably the biggest challenge.
Right.
That, you know, you're navigating, you know, word of mouth. Word of mouth is your biggest. It's going to either make you or break you, right?
Right.
So I always try to do a good job for people to where they refer me to other people. But
right.
that, you know, bringing in people to use you, that's a really big challenge.
Okay.
Luckily, I have a stellar personality, and people do just
most definitely. And
you're
a good salesperson. And you're a great
salesperson. I do pretty well bringing people to me and getting repeat clients. And you know, I try to make my clients happy. I try to bend to their needs and make sure that they're happy. So, and all while staying legal and within the confines of branding and laws and ethics and all of that. Yep.
Okay. Well, speaking of that and reaching out to the people and letting them know a little bit about, you know, what you're really into, you know, how Tisha Lee gets down. Let me run a little something real quick. Today's conversation on Industry Talk is being brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Tisha's Signature House Blend Season All. When you're preparing yourself something to eat, be sure to season your meats with Tisha's Signature House Blend Season All. Season All, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you tap in, lock in, and get it in your cabinet right now. I promise you. I'm Saturan, Slappy Mammy, all of that, it's out the cabinet. I'm getting Tisha's Signature Blend. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. So your journey, you have a special announcement. You have a special announcement, right?
Can I double back to something about, you know, how I got into real estate?
Oh, you definitely can.
Yeah, let me double back to that because, you know, growing up, we were probably more so taught to follow the money, you know, go do something that's going to make a lot of money. So I did very well in the corporate world and I loved it for so long. I got to see every state in the United States except for North Dakota and Maine. Those are the only two states I haven't been to via the corporate world. I've traveled the world because of what I did prior to real estate. But nobody ever told us to follow our passion. So it started out with simply, I love houses. I love looking at houses. I love looking at properties. And, you know, I followed my passion and that's how I ended up here. So if I could say anything to the young people, if there's something you love to do, see how you can do that full time and pay to do it. Same thing with the seasoning. Just a passion for me, loving to cook and in the kitchen and family time and the kitchen being the heart of the home. That's how I ended up. Now I'm doing seasonings. So I just wanted to double back to that.
I appreciate that. But guess what? You kind of skipped over, you speed bump past. See, people love to do this stuff. They give you what they want to give you, but they forget to tell you that, you know, yes, you traveled the world. So you've been to Dubai, you've been to Abu Dhabi, you've been to Greece, you cannot sit there and keep a straight face with me and not tell folks that, hey man, you've lived an extravagant life coming from one of the most impoverished cities in the country. Stop playing. You are her. You've been there, you've done that.
I sure was thinking that you had like a really good life. I'm like, wow. She had a real good life.
Bay St. Louis built me, and we have an amazing family that sold in and they worked and sacrificed to make sure that I can be where I am today. Family helped me with this sponsorship, and the community has helped build my business, and that's how I am where I am today.
I ain't saying nothing about that. That was that. She, ladies and gentlemen, she just gave herself a shameless plug. It's all good. But I'm talking about Abu Dhabi. I'm talking about Dubai. I'm talking about the Far East. I want to know about that. I want to know Tisha traveling the world and being on the yachts and having a great time. Luxurious.
Well, you'll have to follow the adventures of Biggie and Smalls to see what I'm doing in Dubai and in Germany and Singapore and all these places. Yes. Yes, you will have to follow that. You'll have to follow that journey.
Okay, so you have a documentary that's coming out, or you have a book, or what's going on?
Maybe one day. Right now, it's just Facebook posts.
Okay, that is awesome. but it is true, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think I'm just throwing some words out there. These are true excursions. I'm talking about, even still to this day, you guys are still going to Cozumel and Kakarachi and Tulum, and
man, we just got back from St. Martin.
There you go. Same
one thing we are going to do is travel, but there's no place like home.
Amen. So let's keep it pushing. You have an announcement that you need to make. Because see, I was going to put it in the introduction, but I don't want to steal your thunder. You just got elevated because you steady knocking down doors, breaking glass ceilings. So please give us some insight about what's going on with the real estate world and where you at position-wise right now and what's happening.
So for the last 6 years, I've been based out of our Bay St. Louis branch, and I work the entire Mississippi Gulf Coast. I can do anything in the state of Mississippi, Alabama. Actually, I can help you in any state with real estate. But I will now be the managing broker for our Gulfport branch that we launched on Monday, June 1st. So I am the managing broker for H.L. Raymond Properties in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Congratulations.
And I am hiring. So if anybody wants to come over and join me and talk about the opportunities and the incentives that we have to join our team, give me a call.
Okay. So what's next for H.L. Raymond Properties? Knowing that you're for H.L. Raymond Properties, knowing that you're in that leadership role at this point, what's next?
So I am going to be growing and expanding our business over the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We hope to eventually expand further, but I'm going to be growing that business and breaking out more into the Eastern Gulf Coast and helping realtors grow their businesses if they join my team.
Gotcha. So what separates H.L. Raymond Properties and Tisha Lee as a realtor from any other firm?
If you ride along the Gulf Coast, you know our brand, and we work harder than anybody else. We're going to market your property, and we're going to work really, really hard to, we're going to work really, really hard to help you reach your goals. We believe in our clients before money or anything else. So we're going to help sew into you. And people know us. When they see us, they know when our stamp is on something.
Okay. All right.
Nobody markets like us.
Right. And so in speaking about marketing, speaking about giving back, community, the whole 9 yards, you're involved with an event that's coming up with Tolu Smith, plays for the Detroit Pistons. He'll be down on the Gulf Coast this weekend. Could you give us a little insight about what's going on?
Yes. So Tolu, what I've always loved about Tolu Smith is that he loves the community that raised him. And so he's always giving back. So he's having a 3-on-3 basketball tournament this weekend on Saturday, June 6th. Tip-off is at 10 a.m. And so I'm excited to be a platinum sponsor for this event, giving back to our community.
Awesome. And in closing, right, Or before I ask you this last question, is there anything else that you want to give to the audience or tell the audience about what you have going on, your experiences, anything along those lines, and how to get in contact with you?
Yes, you can reach me at 251-753-8197 or Tisha at hlraymondproperties.com. And I'm here to help you with your real estate goals. Or if you need some seasoning, I'm here. I can get you some seasoning as well.
Okay. So if you could leave your audience with one message about building wealth, ownership, and creating a lasting legacy, what would it be, Tisha?
It would be to buy something, buy property, whether it's a lot or a starter home or something. Buy something with your name on it that you own that's going to help you build wealth. Find you a really good realtor. I know one personally right here, and to help guide you through the process of finding something that's going to be great for you and your family down the line.
Okay, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking with Tisha Lee, and I will definitely add this conversation to the top of the list. She is the managing broker of H.L. Raymond Properties and the proprietor of Tisha's Signature House Blend All Season, and a platinum sponsor for Tolu Smith's 3-on-3 tournament that is coming up this weekend in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Tisha, I appreciate you for locking in with us. I appreciate you for giving us some insight. And we're going to stay tapped in with this journey that you're talking about, because you have such a powerful and impactful story. People have to know your journey. They're going to learn your journey. If not now, they're definitely going to know about it later, I can assure you. Thank you for joining us, Tisha.
Come see us on Saturday. Come see us on Saturday in Bay St. Louis at the MLK Park. You can talk to me about real estate. You can talk to me about seasoning. You can talk to me about personal goals. And yeah, come see us. It's going to be a great, great family community event. There will be vendors out there selling things. There'll be free things for the kids and the family. And it's going to be a great basketball 3-on-3 tournament. Come see us.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Tisha. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, indeed. All the time. And you got to come back. You got to come back. Let me bring Terry Cherry up to the stage. Terry Cherry.
Hi.
Hey, you been paying attention to what's going on? I lost Tisha. Huh?
Yes, I have. It was very inspirational.
Yes, indeed.
I'm
trying to see where Akila hadn't come into the studio yet. I'm waiting for Akila to come into the studio. We're supposed to be talking to Akila, Maisha later, but she hadn't come into the studio yet. I sent her the link. Why are we getting feedback? I think is it your mic?
My mic, it sound like I heard a little static. I still sound like a little static.
I'm just getting some feedback, and you just sound like it's muffled on your end.
What about now? Does it still sound muffled?
Yeah, it still sound muffled.
Let me go out today.
Okay. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate and love that young lady, Tisha Lee. Whether you realize it or not, she's my cousin. Not a fake cousin. She's a real cousin. She's family. And she has a phenomenal story. And I appreciate all of her efforts and everything that she's doing on the Gulf Coast, and her active participation with the tournament is going to be awesome. So moving right along, I think Terry's working on her situation. She will be back. I can assure you, she will definitely be back. Let me see here. And I told you that, we're not done with the conversation. We also have Miss Mai the Melody. I'll be speaking with Mai here in just a moment. So I'm going to be bringing her into the conversation. But I wanted to talk to Terry Cherry right quick because she's been busy. I wanted to follow up on her with her family, with her mom, making sure everything's good with mom. Terry.
Hey y'all. Yeah.
There you go. There you go, Terry. Yeah. Put all that up. We don't want nothing to pop out.
I'll let all that.
How's your mom, Terry? How's everything going?
Man, it is. It's going. I feel like I had lost so many people this week. It's like, oh my God, like I'm like I'm in the twilight zone. I'm even hurt. But I'm like,
okay. So you hadn't talked to JB. He lost two family members. He lost two family members on the same day.
Man, I haven't talked to that kid, but I showed to my because I don't know what it is in the air.
Yeah.
But I really ever really lost too many people before where it means something to me. But lately, it's like the people who is close at the most randomest time to me. It's like I'm in the twilight zone. That's how I feel like I'm in the twilight zone.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's in the air, but I'm just trying to hang on to my mama and do what I need to do. I know it's kind of like, because my mom, she's still is. She like me. She's got energy. She doing something. But I know, her energy is like going, some days she's going to sleep. So, and I understand because she can, do chemo stuff. So it's kind of like different for me. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to do what I can. I feel like, and I finally got him some insurance stuff. Just like I'm just trying in my mind keep strong for everybody. I don't know why everybody think I'm strong, but that's me because this is different. This is a different experience. Like it's like I don't think nobody could imagine for me. I heard about it. I heard everybody, mamas or like it happening to other people, but never to me. And I tell you, it makes me more charismatic, more, empathetic, more like realization where like my life is not something I'm just focused on. I'm focused on something else as well, it's an experience.
Look, Terry, I'm gonna bring Akila on. I'm gonna go through her session with Akila, and we'll run the same way we did with Tisha, and then I'm gonna bring you back in, okay? Let's see if we can't get that mic fixed, all right? Because you still sound like you're underwater with me. Okay? All right. All right. We're gonna get that worked out with Terry Cherry. So moving right along, man. Great conversation. Prayers go out to my brother JB and to Terry Cherry. My friends are going through it, man. And I'm surprised that Terry even came on and spoke because I know why JB's not here right now. He talked to me earlier, and I didn't know Terry Cherry was going through. I talk to JB every day. I might talk to Terry maybe once a week, talk about programming, and then that's about it. Because she's busy. My schedule's busy, and she's taking care of her mom every day and dealing with her chemotherapy and the treatments that she's going through. So, my prayers go out to my people, man. So moving right along, we have a very exciting young lady that is joining us, and I'm hoping to bring it out of her in this conversation. I'm hoping to bring all of it out of her in this conversation. She's in a movie, y'all. She's a fitness coach. She's an actress. She's a songwriter, singer, praise worshiper. She's she's got a hit single out right now. I say hit single. I guess if you're not on the charts, you're not considered a hit single. But to me, it's a hit single because everything she's talking about her belief in God. So that's a hit to me. I'm excited to welcome entrepreneur, content creator, fitness instructor, singer, songwriter, and mother of 3. We're going to get into that because she don't look like she's older. She don't look like she's no older than about 25. So we're going to get into that. The melody. Her name is Akilah. Ladies and gentlemen, Akilah Lair. She's using her platform to inspire others through faith, fitness, music, and perseverance. With the recent release of her single, I Fell Short Again. She's proving that our setbacks don't define us. Our faith, growth, and determination do. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, putting your hands together, tapping those digital bites, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stage, Miss Akilah Lair. How are you doing, Akilah?
I can't hear you. Oh my God.
You can't hear me? No? Hold on
I
a
need
second.
headphones.
No. No, you don't need headphones. See what they'll get headphones. You don't need headphones. Let me just reset.
Yeah, I can't hear.
Can you hear me now, Akilah?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. I was scared for a second. I was gonna go find some headphones.
No, you're fine. Can you turn your phone horizontal?
Sure.
If you have that automatic flip, it'll rotate. If you have your automatic rotate on, it'll turn automatically. There you go. Perfect.
All right.
Okay. Now get yourself all centered up and stuff so that we can see you.
Is that better?
That's perfect. How are you doing today?
Fantastic. How are you?
Oh man, great. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming to have a good time with us. Yes, indeed.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh man, without question. I told Curvy everybody that's in the movie I want to talk to them. Because if you're in a Curvy movie, I have to speak with you. I have to find out what's really going on. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So am I pronouncing it correct? Akilah, right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Okay. Oh man, I don't look that old, do I, Akilah? Never mind. Don't answer that question. It's all good. So talk to me, Akilah. Where are you from? Tell the people where you were raised and how did Akilah Lair come to be? Talk to us.
Okay. I didn't know you were going to ask that, but let me get started.
How could you not know? How could you not? What, I'm just going to go right into the movie? No, I got to find out about who you are, Akilah.
Absolutely. I was ready to go into the movie, but that's okay. It's
no. We have to know who you are, what makes you tick, what you've gone through, what you've experienced in your life to get to this point to where, because I still want to get over this 3 kids thing. You know what I mean? We gonna get there, but I need to know, but let's start at the beginning. Let's work the timeline and we'll work our way to it.
Okay. I'll try to make it short. But I guess I was born in Louisiana, came up in Grambling / Ruston.
Hold up. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
So you don't know if you were from Louisiana? You said, I guess. Is there a probability that you were born or came up somewhere else and you were just transported into? Oh, talk to me. Let me know.
Silly. People always ask you where you live instead of asking where you're from. So I live in Texas, so I don't always get to go all the way back to Louisiana.
Okay. My bad. when I got to understand I'm dealing with a celebrity. You know, you guys are
Oh,
used to being treated certain ways, and I'm in my little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. You know, I'm
oh
not
wow.
your normal, your typical podcast host that have all of these cue cards. I don't have a cue card in front of me. I'm at everything, pow, straight from the
No
hip. I'm
cards.
asking cards. What I need cards for? What I need cue cards? I'm asking questions. I'm trying to get to know Akila. Talk to us,
Thank
sister.
you.
Let us know. Come on.
Yes, sir. I'm from Louisiana, and I was
Okay.
born actually in Alexandria, Louisiana. Came up in Grambling/Ruston, and we were Muslim, to be honest, growing up till I was about 12. Cause my mom, long story short, she used to be Christian, and my dad was Muslim, and she converted to be Muslim. So we came up Muslim, and when they separated and went their separate ways, we went back to Alexandria. And my mom is from a very, very like, I mean, as Christian as it comes, like, and so her whole family is just very, very deep in the, Lord. And so she started making us go to church a lot. And so I ended up getting baptized. But also on the other side, I got my uncle, which is my dad's brother, who was, very, very strong in his Muslim faith. And he, is very convincing and persuasive. And as a teenager, I was only a Christian for about 3 years before he was able to ask us so many questions, and whatnot. And we ended up, turning away from the faith. So most of my life, most of my adult life, I was agnostic, which means like, you believe in a higher power, but you believe kind of in God, but not, you didn't really know how to define them. But
So
so
you was a heathen.
something like that. Something like
No, no,
that.
no, 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 no. You was a heathen. You didn't have any belief. I mean, at first you're a Christian. On the other hand, you know what I'm saying, is Hail Mary full of grace. On the other hand, you have doubts. You thought you were a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Assalamu alaikum. But no,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
in between. No, I can't make a decision. So what I'm gonna do is I believe in something, but I don't know what it is. No, that's a heathen.
it's agnostic also. So it's a heathen slash agnostic, right? Slash. You gotta put that slash.
Okay.
But one thing I did, I
Yeah.
always loved God. We were always taught to love
Okay.
God. And
Got
we
you.
called him the
Got
creator or whatever, but we always
you. Right.
loved God and tried to live to be good people. But yeah, thank you for
Mhm.
clarifying that. Heathen slash agnostic. So yeah, that's how
But
probably
you
like
but you made a
15.
transition. You've made a transition at this point. I'm saying that because I know how deeply rooted you are in your faith right now. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So go ahead, man. I mean, we're having a good time. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're fine. But yeah, so probably from age 15 all the way to 2016 here in Texas, I was agnostic. So this is what happened though. So I was very, very, because anybody, if you know anybody who's Muslim or came from that faith, they very, very just overly like extra, like kind of spiritual in a lot of ways.
Uh-huh.
So I've always been a worshiper. I've always loved to like worship and sing and worship God. And so, you have kind of like an antichrist spirit, kind of sort of when you come from Muslim. And so, I had my kids, I was married at the time. Married for 14 years, but I was married at the time. And my husband, who my kid's father, he had this CD from the barbershop. And the CD was called Forgiving Kingdom, right? And so it was like a worship CD, and it was a lot of like rap and like R&B, like worship music. And so I didn't want my kids to just always hear a whole bunch of like, because we had like a whole bunch of Young Jeezy and just just a whole bunch of stuff they shouldn't be listening to playing in the car all the time. So I found that Forgiving Kingdom CD and I put it in. And initially it started out for me to shield my toddlers at the time, who are teenagers now, but shield my toddlers from all the curse words and just negative like stuff out there in the music. And so, but okay, so with me being overly spiritual, like, and wanting to worship God, but not having, because I couldn't get into none of the like Muslim songs. So, this CD had some songs that said God, worship, and it was it said God, and then like about half of the song said Jesus. And so when I would play it, it's the funniest thing. Like every time a song came on and said Jesus, I would skip it. But if it said God, like I would get into it and get to singing it and worshiping. And so I feel like that's a way that the Lord like kind of ushered me back into the faith or whatever. And like, cause eventually when I was invited to go to church, I went to church, and I ended up accepting Christ. But I feel like that would have never happened if I would have never found that CD, because I really was worshiping. Even though I would skip the ones that said Jesus, I still was worshiping. And so with the Lord reaching me that way, it always just put something in me to just know that the music can be powerful. Like you can really, reach people in a way through music. And so whenever I did wake up to the faith, like that was a thing that the Lord started growing in me, and a desire he started to grow in me to be able to help people the same way he was able to help me with that CD. So.
Okay, so who is My the Melody, and how did the music journey begin?
Well, I would say in 2018, I had this really crazy sickness happen to me. It's called rhabdomyolysis, and so I got sick.
Wait. Rhabdomyolysis?
I might be saying it wrong, but some
No.
people.
I'm asking for the correct pronunciation. You the one that had it. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
It's very rare, and even the doctors and the nurses, about 7 different doctors, nurses said it a different way. So I say rhabdomyolysis. You can Google it, but it is very rare. And so I
I
got
don't
that
trust Google like
sickness,
that,
and
but you do.
it's like where you have like your muscles start leaking creatine into your bloodstream, and like you only supposed to have no more than like 200, whatever the measurement is. It's like 200. I had like 10,000. And so basically my organs were shutting down,
Wow.
and they were taking me to the doctors, and every doctor was checking me out, clean bill of health, she's good, send her home, right? And then finally they were going to send me to, like, they were just going to put me away because I wasn't behaving normal like myself. And so we had to go all the way to Temple, because I'm in Texas now. But we had to go to Temple to really, that's where they had to send me to be cared for. And I was in the hospital for a week. And so it was like all kinds of just, I was just very overly spiritual, like when I came out, because I just really, really appreciated God. And I know that. Oh, also, I started forgetting all of like my memories. I started forgetting everything. And but what I did remember was Jesus through all of that. The craziest thing, right? I'm forgetting what my favorite foods, like I'm forgetting like what I want to do in life, forgetting what I was forgetting all of that because all of my organs were shutting down because I was going through this sickness.
Okay, hold on a second. Now, it was somebody in the comments. We got an extensive family out here. You know what I'm saying? That find out what, because I don't want to stop while I'm in the process and look this up. Find out what rhabdomyolysis is for me, and please give me some clarity in terms of what's going on with Akilah, or what was going on with Akilah. She said she had excessive creatine in her system and she was leaking. So were you obese? Were you overweight? You've always been skinny?
We don't really know how I contracted it. It just happened. Like mostly, but when you look it up, it says you can it's like it can happen from major trauma or it can happen from like excessive exercise or something like that. But like, I wasn't doing anything excessive. I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete my whole life. So, I was doing different exercises, but not excessive, walking, that kind of stuff. But, nothing really, we don't really know. The doctors and me we never could figure it out. But for sure, that's what I had. And I was in the hospital for like a week.
How did you treat it? How did they treat it? What was the
treatment? I'm telling you, Jesus healed me because,
Okay.
Yeah, because the doctors already were kind of giving up on me. They were going to send me home to my mom. Like they were going to send me to Louisiana to be cared for by my mom because none of the doctors really could figure it out. I'm telling you, one of the head, like owners of the hospital came because I was at Scott and White. Whenever I was healed, and she came and she just wanted to see me and to just lay her eyes on me, to just be like, what happened? Like, how did you come out of this? And I was just like, Jesus healed me. Like, that's what happened. And so I just, no matter what nobody says, I know that God is with me. So
Amen. So I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm not trying to be pretentious in terms of asking the question, so I won't. I'm trying to figure out how old you are. I'm trying to gauge it by the conversation. I'm trying to go
How'd you
back and forth.
think?
Huh?
How'd
I
you
told
think?
you when I saw you, I didn't think you were any more than 25. So when you said you had 3 kids, I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second. So I don't know. And how old are you? How old are your kids?
Okay, so I have a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 16-year-old. So yeah.
So back to back to back. Okay. And
Yeah, we were busy. We were busy.
All right. And then how old were you when you started having kids?
So that's my story. So I was actually in college. That's where I started college, at Southeastern. I was at Southeastern in Hammond, Louisiana. I was pole vaulting for the track team because I went to school on a half a ride for track, and then I also
Okay.
had academic scholarship. And so I
Gotcha.
was like full blown in track season. Now this was my high school sweetheart, my kid's father, who we still have a really good relationship now. We co-parent very well, but we're not married anymore. But we were high school sweethearts, so I would go home and see him sometimes on the weekends, and he
Hold
would
on a
come
second.
up and see me.
Hold on. See, you got kind of caught up right there. You still love him. You know what I'm saying? You got real caught up right there
I knew you
making
wasn't
that
gonna let me make
transition.
it, Mr. Jim. I
Huh?
knew you wasn't gonna let me make it. I tried to
Oh
sneak by.
no, I'm not gonna make it because you started fumbling and bumbling at the words, and you better tell him that you still love him and that you still want him in your life. I don't know who you got in your life right now, but whoever he is, if he listening to this interview, he gonna like, wait, hold on. That ain't sound right. That should have came off the tongue like boom. But now he was like,
You better stop. Stop it.
no, you better stop before you get yourself in trouble. You better tell that man you still love him.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Here we go.
Am I lying?
No, not at all. But that's okay. That's all right, because we are real life divorced. We are real life divorced.
Okay. Well, keep on talking. Fill us in.
Yes, thank you. And so, honestly, right before
Wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. Somebody joined the party. Hold on. Let me see who this is. Who that is? Tyra. Tyra. Hey, Tyra, what's up, cuz? Hey, man. Oh, she didn't. Why she didn't?
I'm here, but I didn't want to be on camera, but I'm here. I didn't mean to hit the camera.
I didn't know you was I didn't see you in the studio. I just looked and clicked you on. Hey, baby, how you doing, AT?
I'm good.
Good. I'm gonna take you off the screen. I didn't know you. I thought you wanted to be in the party. My bad.
No.
Yes, indeed. Good to see you. I'll see you this weekend for sure.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I thought my auntie wanted to be on the live, Akila.
The more merrier. The more
yes,
merrier.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of my Aunt Thara, they will be having pulled pork sandwiches, and I say that, and it is kind of a segue a little bit. I'm taking a shot at you, but I'm not really taking the shot. But anyway, they're having pulled pork sandwiches. The Ladies Auxiliary Court 6 will be at the 3-on-3 tournament that Tolu is hosting down in Bay St. Louis. The Ladies Auxiliary will be there selling pulled pork sandwiches. So make sure everybody come out, have a good time, and grab one of those pulled pork sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? So I'm speaking with Akila. She was quasi-Muslim. You know what I'm saying? She didn't submit all the way. She kind of submitted for a couple of years. Then she bounced back into Christianity. Then she kind of became an agnostic. She was in purgatory, shall we say. She was undecided. Then she heard some music. She heard some praise music, some worship music, and it changed her life completely. But she felt tragic to Ram Diddley Ali Moses. I don't know I can't even pronounce it anymore. But she had a major illness that came upon her, and there was a transformation. Yes, there was a transformation. Your whole life changed. You know what I mean? And you were touched You say Jesus saved you. You know what I'm saying? It was a miracle nonetheless.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here before, so obviously it's definitely an account that you can sit there and attest to. You have 3 wonderful kids. You were explaining to us about your 3 kids and the affinity and love that you have for your husband, that you guys aren't together right now. So please continue. I mean, I'm going to state it the way I'm always going to support my fellas. You know what I mean? I'm always going to support my fellas.
Stop it.
So please go right ahead. You know, give us some more background, Akilah.
Yes. You asked me how something came about. I started at my children. You asked about my children.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
So literally the week before I found out I was pregnant, like, well, I don't know if it was the same week, but the last week, like during like the last little time period, I was pole vaulting for Southeastern Louisiana University in Hammond, in Louisiana. And honestly, I was doing really good, very much in my prime. My PR was 12.7, which I had just did the prior year in outdoor, and we were in indoor season in a brand new year. So my coach and myself, we had like a whole bunch of plans, and I didn't tell him that I was pregnant. I didn't know how to share it with him, but that week, like I got second place in the indoor conference, vaulting 12 feet, which is like only 7 feet below my PR. So like I was doing it, like, and my oldest daughter was in my belly as I was doing it, which wasn't the safest thing. I don't know if I'm proud of that or not, but definitely I had to call it quits because I was 4 months, matter of fact. That's what I was. 4 months pregnant at indoor
You
conference.
say call it quits. You say call it quits. I'm calling CPS, damn it. You up there pole vaulting, get damn personal record. You talking about my personal record. I was just under my to hell with a person. You got a baby in you. You pole vaulting over 12 feet in the air,
I wasn't ready.
falling out the sky. So whatever happened.
Stop.
I am glad that baby made it. That's all I can say.
And she a track star too.
She a track star too. That's what's up. That's what's up. So keep on going, man. Keep on going. So we got a track star on our hands, and I can see why she went through the fire with you, nonetheless. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all athletes. They're all athletes.
Okay.
But yeah, she definitely is track star. Her and my other daughter. And but yeah, we were, I was keeping it a secret, the fact that I was pregnant, and everybody who knew wanted me to like stop, and I just wasn't ready. So I don't know. I wasn't mature enough in my head to stop. So, but when I finally did, it was right after I did, second place in indoor conference. So I just didn't want to let go. But I didn't get to do outdoor at all that year, and he ended up proposing, and we got married before we had her. But like we were already. She was already 4 months before anything happened. So definitely, we were married 14 years, and we have, like I said, 3 teenagers now. So, and they are athletes, very brilliant, very, very good personalities. And when they were growing up, they were just very rambunctious. I can't lie about that. They had a lot of energy. They have a lot of energy. So, but they're awesome. Very awesome.
So what encouraged you to go into, because you say you're a fitness trainer? I mean, I don't know, are you a certified fitness trainer, or you just love fitness and you like to train? Okay.
No, I am. I'm a certified personal trainer almost 3 years now, because I renewed it. You have to renew it every like year and a half. Thank you. And then I did do the Zumba training, and I'm a certified Zumba instructor.
No.
Yes.
No.
You don't like Zumba?
No. I love Zumba, but there's only one Zumba. Tamara Wavers, my cousin, is the only Zumba trainer that I can recommend to anybody. Tamara Wavers is the only Zumba trainer that I can recommend, because I know she knows what she's talking about. You know what you're talking about doing Zumba?
Well, I'm more of a dancer than a Zumba instructor, to be honest.
Okay.
More of a fitness dancer, because I've been doing fitness dance for a long time. If you go look at my TikTok, I've been doing like worship fitness dances for a long time before, because I was real deep and I wouldn't do anything else. Like I would only do worship dances. But like now, a little bit more solidified in my faith and my relationship, not as religious, more spiritual, more focused on my relationship with Christ and growing and just walking in my call instead of literally just trying to be the picture poster perfect Christian image. And
Sounds like you're
but so
backsliding.
yeah, so we do line
Sounds like
dance.
you're
Like
backsliding.
no, I'm not. I'm
Sounds
not
like you
backsliding.
okay, so now you're doing not
Variety.
just praise, you're doing a variety of what is it? Choreography.
Yes.
You're because you obviously teach, you do the fitness and all this stuff. So you're giving folks more of an option outside of just throwing your hands in the air. You're starting to shake the hips a little bit. That's backsliding. You can't be
I don't
doing all of the.
I don't think it is backsliding, because if anybody who does do any type of, like, if you work out and you do dancing for working out, if you go
Mhm.
to any, like, if you go to TrueFit, if you go to Crunch, even if you go to a you know what I'm saying, like a community center that has dance, they're going to have mainstream music. So I am a person who loves all type of dance. And so I go into the dance and I practice with all these different instructors. And if I'm in class as a student and I don't stop the class and say, hey, stop. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are sinning right now. And don't get me started on Zumba, because if you're going to talk about me, you got to talk about your cousin too, because
Mhm.
Zumba has
Mhm.
more
Mhm.
sensual dances in it than even line dance. And so
Mhm.
I'm going to go to these different this is a very great like health benefit. And also a lot of people don't like to work out at all. And I did go through like a season where I just didn't want to do anything, but I got motivated to work out when I danced. And
I'm gonna
so I
see
would
what
go to Zumba at
you know.
TrueFit. I would go to the different community places and dance with those instructors, and they do mostly mainstream music.
Let
So
me
I feel
see.
like if I do that there and then I
Uh-huh.
come to hold my class and I try to
Mhm.
just act like I'm only going to do fitness dances, then I feel like that's more fake than anything. But during the time that I was doing those fitness dances, it was
Mhm.
kind of untested faith. And you never supposed to trust untested faith in the first place. And now that
Mhm.
I've been tested and tried in the fire, I know God's with me, and
Mhm.
it doesn't, I don't believe it's, I disagree.
I'm going to
Continue.
I'm going to bring in another voice of reason, another female perspective, and I'm gonna see what Terry Cherry has to say. Hold on. Terry Cherry. I know you've been listening. I know
Hey,
you've been
boo.
patiently
You
waiting.
know I have.
So
Hey,
talk.
stand on business, stand on your faith, and I believe that
Oh man, see
I
that
don't care
woman.
what they do. I'm gonna
Oh,
have a different point of view because I believe kind of the same way. I don't believe in religion. I feel like religion is war to me. It always
either.
keeps the mental in some type of state of mind to be some type of person. I don't feel like that's okay. You are awake. I'm awake. We are awake. Do
That's what I'm
not let
talking about.
nobody else up in here tell you how to believe. If you believe
Let
it,
me
believe. I
let
mean,
me
we
hit
all
let me hit this mute button. I'm about to hit this mute button. I'm about to hit this.
You can't mute her because she don't agree with you.
listen. We all cannot be perfect, so just live as you are. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel whatever you worship, because I believe in God. I am God, and He is empowering and embodying me through this physical form. You feel me? And I know this. You can't tell me different. Nobody can tell me different. So if that's the way that she believe and she still want to dance the way that she dance, why would we be judged? Why? Why are we
I didn't
judging?
say anything about judgment. I didn't say nothing
But
about
it
judgment.
seems a
I
little
said she was
to me.
backsliding. I
Because you
said she
don't
was
keep it 100. It
backsliding.
wouldn't be backslide because she's living in her truth. She's
Okay.
not saying, "Oh, I'm trying to
Well,
live a certain type of way because religion saying." That's your religion saying that. That's what
mhm.
you think, and your religion is making her say she's a backslider. She's a
Okay.
person, and she's saying she believes in God. That's it. Period.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make sure
It
I
don't
pull
apply
together.
to us.
I'm gonna make I'm gonna
Oh,
make sure I
Settle,
pull
girl.
together the dance compilation that you guys are going to use for the next class, and I can assure you, y'all ain't gonna be like, nah, I ain't dancing to that. Nope. Nope.
What
Nope.
what type
Well,
of dancing are you doing?
well, this is
She
the
does it
thing, right?
all.
I do. Well, this is the thing. I'm about to introduce a class that's only gonna be just Christian music, and like I'm gonna be doing like singing my music and singing other worship songs. But I'm gonna keep my Wednesday and Saturday class because we are all different people, right? And I
Right.
believe that God has somebody in every walk of life to reach every different type of person. And if I remain only doing Christian dances, then like I'm gonna reach who? The people who already saved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do I'm gonna start doing like Tuesdays and Thursdays that's gonna be just Christian dances, and it's gonna be like live like singing and stuff like that, worship. And then on Wednesdays and Saturdays I do a variety. And honestly, I still do way more worship and Christian dances than you're ever gonna get at any class you go to. And these are the skilled people. These are the skilled people that's going to help you be able to, you know, shave off some weight, if you will, be more, have more endurance, and all of the health benefits. So if you only avoid that, I mean, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not knocking anybody, but don't knock me either, because
Right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna worship God. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna read my Bible. I'm gonna minister when the Lord tell me to minister. At the same time, I'm also going to get my workout the way that works best for my vessel.
Right.
Okay. So how would you describe your sound then in your musical style?
So it's Southern line dancing. It's a compilation of Zumba as well. It has some hip hop in there because I have the dance game. Well, that's another thing, the dance game. Y'all, the dance game is a way you can really, really get in shape and get your endurance up. I do it on the Wii. And so I have like all kinds of different dance games on the
Whoa, whoa,
Wii. And I
whoa,
have
whoa,
like
whoa, hold on, hold on, hold on. You do it on the what?
the Wii. Let me show you.
Oh, I thought you said the weed. I
Yeah.
was about
Show,
to say,
show
hey,
it. Show it.
See this thing right here? It's connected to a
hey, don't be
console.
showing them. Hey, whoa, put that down, put that down, put that down. Don't be. Hey, that's that. Is that one of them female product things?
No,
What is that? What was
it's
that?
a game.
Oh,
It's so
Huh?
silly. It's like a Nintendo.
Oh,
oh
oh,
Lord.
oh! I was about to say, man, you about to have me violate community guidelines and standards and
Uh,
shit.
Now,
Wait
how
a
you know what
minute.
that is, Mr. Christian? How do you know what that even is? To
I
hmm.
think
watch
that's what it
TV.
was.
I watch
You
TV,
ain't
and I
supposed to
ain't
know what it is. You
shit. I'll
backsliding.
be damned. I better know what it
I
Hmm.
was
is.
playing.
I better,
What's your
I
time? What's
better
your
know what
time?
it is.
Mia. Mia.
I'm
What's
just
your
playing.
time?
Huh?
Huh?
I'm a Sagittarius, Terry. Why? She always got something slick to say. Terry
Oh, she
always got
came
something
off.
slick to say. She gonna come back. Let me
But
kick out and bring her back in. She gonna
I
come
do,
back because I know she got something slick to say. Hold on a second. Let me get out so she can come back in. Hold up. Yeah, go ahead. Akila, please
yeah, and
continue.
so on the Wii, I do like the hip hop dance game, and I do have another dance game that has like a few other different styles, like even African pata and like different little stuff. Like even it's got country on there. I haven't introduced any of that to my audience, but like it's both mostly I do like some of the hip hop dances, and me and my kids used to do that when they were young, when they were little toddlers. I had that Wii game, and I would even have people come over sometimes. I would have family and friends over, and we would all have fun with that dance game. So I'm like, okay, well, let me introduce this to my audience. And so I am going to be I've been working on some selections for like liturgical. So I'm going to be introducing liturgical to my audience. And, it's just a variety. And I have worship dances too. I have fast worship dances. And then I have also some general strength dances. And if you know anything about general strength, right? General strength builds your muscles, right? So if you're doing general strength, it's building your muscles. And whenever you do general strength, it increases the amount of calories and stuff that you burn, even when you're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And so that is really how you're going to get into calorie deficit and stuff through general strength. So I have some dances that incorporate general strength. Like it's
Mhm.
really a good, fitness thing going. So,
Well,
and
let me
I
add
prayed
this.
about it for a very long time because
Right.
I started seeing a lot of people, like it was a lot of people I used to watch,
Hmm.
like people that I would watch and I would go communicate with them through their community. They were like preachers and stuff like that. And so when I started doing my dance and I came out with my dances and stuff, like I started noticing that they would try to like give me like a word, like give me like a message, tell me like how you judging me, saying I'm backsliding. Like
Hmm.
that's how I felt like a lot of those teachers were doing, and I had to back off from some of them because I didn't really
Hmm.
know where that was coming from. I didn't feel like it was God. I feel like it's more condemnation than anything. And
Okay.
if you know anything
Well,
about condemnation, there is no condemnation for those that's in Christ Jesus and walk
right.
according to the Spirit. And I walk in the Spirit. So,
Hmm.
okay,
I got you. Well, let me just set the record
I
straight.
can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me, Terry? No?
Yeah,
One second. Okay, just hold
yeah, I
tight.
can hear
Hold
you.
tight. Yeah, you can hear me, but she
Can
can't
you
hear me
hear
for
me?
some. I can hear you, Terry. Hold on a second. I'm gonna fix that right quick. Don't go.
Take care. Just me
Uh,
and the girl. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can see you. I
Can
can
y'all
see you. I
hear me?
can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, but I can hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Okay.
can hear you.
Yeah, I just had to
Girl,
reset. I just had to reset everything right quick. And Terry will be back up here in just a second.
Okay.
Um, yeah, yeah, she'll be back in just a second. But just to set the record straight right quick. There was no condemnation. If I was if I was condemning you, you definitely know I was condemning you. I'm in no position to condemn anyone. I'm sitting here playing my role as a podcast individual, conversationalist. And when you make reference to things, I'm just going off of what you're saying, and I'm making light of it because at the same time, there's no bigger sinner on this platform than me. I can assure you. You
Of
know,
course not.
no. I just
Not
know what
you,
I've gone
Mr.
through in my
Jim.
life. I just know what I've gone through in my life. You get what I'm saying? Um, so when I'm talking with you, I'm speaking from a position of taking light of everything that you're saying, knowing that you're going through. You still hadn't told me how old you are because that was the question I'd asked. Knowing that you've gone through a lot in your life and you're experiencing a lot in your life, and you are secure and solid in your place. So that's why I'm taking shots at you because I just want to see what your response is going to be. Terry took off again. Terry broke out on me again. But you can hear me just fine, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Yes.
so let me bring you back up on the screen by yourself, and we'll. Okay, there's Terry. There's Terry. I think she's back. I think she's back. Let's see if I can bring her in. There we go. You back there? Can you hear
yeah,
me, Terry?
yeah.
Okay. You're still muffled, Terry. She's muffled. It's muffled bad. Okay. So let me bring you back up, Akila. Here we go. All right. And let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. So because there was a series of things I was about to ask you, because we're talking about your dancing, we're talking about you doing the fitness and training and assisting individuals to keeping themselves in shape. What inspired that? And I saw you in the booth. I saw you jamming in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Some of your videos, so you really don't know if you're doing praise music or worship music or a Christian rap style, but it looks like you're having a good time. Let me just say that. And so when you hear the music, you're like, oh, okay, all right. So what are people's reactions when they find out that you're a Christian rapper or a Christian artist?
Um, people are pretty surprised most of the time. Like I had my nephews ask me, like they were talking about it I guess not around me. One of them had found out and told his brother, and they both asked. They was like, hey Maisha, is it true that you're a rapper? Like, like that's pretty much like that's usually how people come. Like they just don't believe it, like they don't expect it. And then when they hear the songs, like a lot of people, like I've had people say, oh, that's not worship or whatever. Like, but it's directly from my heart. And I guarantee you it's got breakthrough in almost, I'm gonna say probably every song I write. It's got breakthrough. It's it's prayers in there. It's got things that I wrote that I was going through stuff, and I just, wrote. This is what I was feeling at that moment. Not necessarily meant to be a song. Some of it was just getting it off my chest, and it was poetry. And but when I came out of the rap though, I call it rap though. Black people, we shorten everything. We got to give everything a nickname. It wasn't Corona, it was Rona or we got to shorten everything. But when I came out of the rap though, it was just like that's whenever he started guiding me to literally give me songs and turn the poetry that I already had or some of the prayers that I already had like into the music. But people usually, they don't really think it's worship. I've had some people say that's not gospel, whatever. And then like I did go sing at a church at in Houston where I sung one of my songs, Gone and Get It. And I also sung a Corin Hawthorne song as well, Won't He Do It, which is my absolute favorite song, Won't He Do It. And it's been my favorite song since that rap though, honestly. And so, but yeah, I sung that song Gone and Get It up there, and I was just nervous, and I was just like, I don't know, they might be too churchy for this song. I don't want them to like be feeling away or feeling offended or I don't know, but like they liked it. They enjoyed
Okay.
it. I even heard some of the older people was like, "Go on and get it!" Like they, like they enjoyed it. They,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
they wouldn't did that in church if they felt like it wasn't from God.
Okay. And so what's Akila's message before we get into in the pastor study? Because I want to talk about what your role is. Um, um, because you walked out on the pastor, and I want you to give me a little breakdown on that. But uh, because in this particular movie that Kirby's created, I don't know if the person that you were playing, the character that you were playing, knew anything about the background of the pastor. Did y'all know he was a hoe like that in the movie?
Uh,
I mean, you
at
knew it
the
in the script,
time,
but did that character know?
so initial. Oh, did the character know?
Right.
So there are a couple of roles. Like at one, yes. Like the second part, yes, but the first part, no, because
Okay.
the first scene that I was supposed to do initially, I was only supposed to be in one scene, and I guess Miss Curvy kept, deciding to give me something else to do. Initially, I was supposed to be like this new person to the church that I joined the church. I'm new, and I'm I'm in a singing contest at the church, and I actually was able to sing one of my original songs in the scene. And it's like I'm supposed to be in the parking lot with another girl who is also in the competition. Like it's a talent competition at the church, right? But we outside in the parking lot practicing. That's the scene. And so I sing my song, and we talking about how nervous we are, and she sings her song. And so I was actually able to sing one of my original songs in there. And so that was the scene I was supposed to be in. But then she invited me to come into church because they needed some more extras to be like in the church as the pastor was preaching. And so that's when I started to learn like what it was about. Like I was literally in it without really knowing the story and what it was about and stuff like that. But then she was like, yeah, so I just need y'all to stand here and act like y'all were at church. And I need y'all to just go ahead and get happy. So she told us to like pretend, like not pretend, but like give them an idea of what it could look like to feel the Holy Spirit and get drunk on Holy Spirit in church type stuff. And so she was like, y'all just showing them what it's supposed to look like. You don't have to fake or whatever, just pretend like, So that's what the scene was. We supposed to be listening and getting hot, happy in church. And then the pastor started preaching. And so he gives this like sensual, lustful look to this girl while he's preaching essentially. And so that's whenever, and I'm with Miss Hannah Cormier. That was actually how the Lord opened the door for me to be in the soap opera, was because I sung in this competition, this real competition called the I Can Sing with the Cormiers. I don't know if you know them, you probably do, but Miss Hannah Cormier, that's the lady that I was in communication with. And then she connected us with Miss Kirby. And so that's how it happened. But you know, we're in this scene together. It looks like she's like my mom or something in the scene. You don't know what our relationship is, but we standing there and they see him looking crazy at the girl and lusting at the pulpit over the girl. And she's like, we walking out. And she just walk out the scene. I'm like, no, we can't just leave. We can't just leave. She's like, get out of here. And so I was like, so I walk out after we got happy and stuff. So like there's that scene. And then like I have a couple other scenes like in the strip club where I'm like a bartender, and another time I'm just at the strip club with like the best friend. Well, I'm supposed to be the best friend of like the person who she's one. I don't remember. She definitely is one of the people who's been with the pastor. So that's who yeah. So I'm supposed to be like the best friend of her or whatever. And so she's really in the main parts of the scene. And I'm just kind of there, drinking my drink.
So who would that be? Were you talking about Genedra? You talking about Genedra, or you talking about?
So she's really awesome. So I think Genedra is the first lady. So that's not my best friend, but it's another lady. I think it's Monica. I think her name is Monica.
Yeah, Monica Walls.
Yeah. So that's supposed to be my best friend in the movie, but like they don't. It doesn't like zero in on our relationship, but like I'm with her at the strip club and she's supposed to be like, incognito, trying to like spy on the pastor at the strip club. And so I'm with her kind of as moral support. And I am just sitting there just drinking my little drink. Like that's my scene. I'm just drinking my drink, talking, looking at them, watching them do their scene or whatever. But that's, Miss Kirby just kept inviting me to do like other scenes, but initially I was just supposed to be the girl singing the song at the talent competition.
Okay, so. Let me see if I got Terry back. Let me see if I got Terry back. Terry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically like a comedy gospel, kind of like a real life event, just putting it into a movie, right?
Well, not really. I mean, it's a movie. Kirby has it written out where the pastor is one of those pastors. He hitting on everything, males, females. He doing it all. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if you let your dog run through the church, you might got them try to grab him. But I know I'm serious. I mean, he just wanted them. He just wanted. I think he was a cross dresser or something too. In this whole situation, it's a great movie. It's a great situation. We've been doing the interviews of all of the different guests. I mean, all the different actors and actresses in the movie. And Kirby's going to close out when we've gotten everybody on it. We're going to try to get everybody back on. I think about 10 to 15 people that were in the cast that were some of the main actors and actresses, just to do a closeout. And of course, the individual who's editing the film, Foster Corridor, who is Dolomite's very good friend, and he used to film 22 years of Dolomite movies. That's the guy who is editing this whole production, and that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. So, Akilah, is this your first film? Is this your first opportunity to be in a movie?
Absolutely.
Okay, and how was the experience?
It was really good. I mean, I can tell Miss Kirby is the bomb. You can definitely tell she knows what she's doing, and she's just comfortable in her set and directing and letting everybody know, what they need to do. And then also Miss Genedra and Monica, they gave me some tips and stuff. So I could tell they veterans and what they doing. And they gave me some tips throughout to like try to make it more spicy, more exciting, So I tried to throw in what I could and, just try to be extra because, I'm an extra. So I was trying to be extra.
Okay. But spicy and exciting. I mean, being that you're walking that fine line of your belief, how does that, moving into the lane of a thespian, and you being asked to do different things as an actress, that might not necessarily run in line with your personal beliefs. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm asking. How do you cope with that? How do you deal with that? And how do you overcome that, knowing that you want to participate or play the role?
Remember when I said when I was extra deep and I was like over the top not spiritual, over the top religious. I was more religious than anything, right?
Yeah.
And so I said that was when I had untested faith. So that's before I saw like a lot of the crazy stuff going on behind closed doors, if you will. Because I do feel like that the church does try to hold us to this other standard to paint this picture because they love this scripture, don't let your goods be evil spoken of. And I do agree with that, but I don't believe we should turn that into a doctrine to be fake. I don't think that's what the scripture means, but I feel like a lot of Christians do. And so after basically, just to keep it cute, after basically seeing how people can be behind closed doors, I don't believe that it's a bad thing for Miss Kirby to put it on Front Street.
Okay, so you sound like when you made that statement, it sounded like you were speaking from personal experience. Like you experienced, like you've gone through something behind closed doors, or job opportunity, or something along those lines that wasn't a positive experience in this industry. Whether it be the music industry, even though it might be Christian rap, you still have some perverts. So please, I mean,
I'll just say we all know that it's a lot of preachers out there that don't necessarily live right, but they
okay,
get on the pulpit every day. And that's what I'll say. And so
okay,
Miss Kirby has seen so much. And when you read her story, I actually shared it on my page. Whenever she tells what motivated her to write this movie, what to write this scene and script. And I feel like that's so many people's stories. Not so much I would say it's happened to me, but I'm
okay.
just saying I know people who things have happened to that's not
Mhm.
really right. And it didn't end right either. And so I just feel like to make this movie, I feel like that's nothing but God. Because like I said, when I was starting the movie, I was totally untested faith type stuff. Like I was very much green and thinking that everybody who called themselves a disciple of Christ was a perfect cookie cutter Christian, like I was, because I was. But then I found out you can't. You can't live like that forever. But if you are in that season to where you can live like that, glory to God for you. But if you're gonna be like, I mean, so perfect that you're so heavenly bound, you're no earthly good. That's like, who can you reach? You know? And so I like what she's doing. At one time I was conflicted about it, but I'm not conflicted anymore.
Terry, what
I
you got to
agree
say?
with
You over
you.
there shaking your head. What you got to say, Terry? Talk to me.
I
What you
agree
got to
because
say?
I don't claim no religion. I know
Mhm.
that I worship God and I
I
believe.
can't hear her.
You can't hear her?
Can you hear me now?
No.
You got
No, you good. I can hear you, Terry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I agree with her. Because I don't believe in no religion. I seen what religion do to my whole family and how it keeps the communities confused all the time of who they should be, and it drives them mentally insane. And then still trying to maintain this order of life, I feel like that is very complicated to anybody. And what is happening is, if you read their Bibles, the reason why they've been deceived and so many people got left behind is because they all thought the same way. And if you're trying to kill off or get rid of some of the energy that is not healthy for you, you wouldn't want to take that with you. I would understand that. So it's like I read the books as knowledge, just like any science, health, history book, but I take it to my own discernment to feel or think how I should feel because I already experienced trying to be a Christian as well and trying to, go to church and do this and be. And there's so many rules and regulations to it, it'll drive you insane. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the thespian is, but what I believe what she's saying is Like I just believe in God, and I'm trying to get the message, and I feel like she's
No,
growing into it. So if she changed
right.
to something else, she's growing to whatever she's growing to. That's her path. But what
Yeah.
she's doing is making sure that she's delivering her message on the way, regardless of whatever type of dancing that she's doing. So she's still telling you about God. If it's Christian dance on Thursdays, if it's Zumba on Fridays, she's still giving the same message to you. And that's the way she feel like she can reach out because Jacob wasn't good, Abraham wasn't good in the Bible. You had some hoes. It's all these things that we can go by with other religions, but he used people, and it wasn't people that we think in our mind who it should be. He used people, and it wasn't these crispy cookie cutter type people. These was people from the street.
Yes. And so what I was talking about with the thespian, that's just an actor or an actress. That's all that is. It's an individual who's pursuing the field of acting or becoming an actor and actress. Give me 1 second. Let me reset this. Let me reset this so that so we can all hear each other talk.
No, you not.
Can y'all hear each other now?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear Akila? Can you hear Terry now? Akila, she can't hear anything now.
Come back in.
I can't hear.
Yeah, just come back in, Akila. Just come back in.
Should I refresh?
Yes.
Should I refresh?
Yes.
Hey, G.
What's
Yes,
going on,
sir.
Terry? What's happening, sister? Well, while we wait for her to come back on and come back in, let's go ahead on and do your
Word of the day.
word of the day. How about that?
For some
Okay.
reason, win or something.
Yeah, let's get it popping.
Hey, y'all already know what it is. It's Terry Cherry, Big Terry Cherry. And you know what the word of the day is today? It's going to be understanding. Now, why is it choose understanding is because when you get in type of situations, you don't care until it's you to understand. And I have to speak for only experience. So, I will need y'all to understand just a little bit, to know a little bit of discernment, but have a little bit of empathy as well. Because when you understand someone else and someone else's situation, it can make life a little bit better. It can make people a little bit lighter when you understand. Now, I'm not saying understand too much to get taken advantage of, but understand enough to have empathy. Understand enough that little empathy can take someone else's life a long way. Encouraging words and things and simple things that you can do to understand their situation, even if you don't relate. Always understand. Understand. All right, word of the day. Back to you.
Yes, indeed, Terry Cherry with the word of the day. Can you hear us, Akila?
I can. Yeah.
Terry, talk to her, see if she can hear you. Terry. She muted her mic.
Oh.
She
I heard her. She was saying to understand. I don't see what's going on in the chat. Did I upset some Christians? I don't know what's going on.
No. Her word of the day was understanding.
Okay.
Having understanding, and discernment. No, it's definitely. Can you hear us, Terry?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Akila, can you hear?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. So it has nothing to do with the chat or anything like that. Akila. It was or what's in everything in the chat and the comments is all positive. Everybody's laughing and smiling, having a good time.
Oh,
But
okay.
Terry was talking about discernment and having understanding. One thing about industry talk, there's nothing you can say on here that's going to upset anybody. I can assure you.
Because everybody got their different opinion, and that's where you have freedom to speak. And what I was summarizing was, I believe that you saying you believe in God. And I feel like however you get your message, as long as you get your message point and your lesson, you know what you're doing for God, it doesn't matter. So if you feel like on Thursdays you want to, do your Christianity and get the word of God and save somebody's life, doing that on Thursday, and Friday you doing something else, and Zumba on Saturday. Whatever you feel like you want to do, but as long as you get your message across, that's all that matters. As long as you keep praying and stay true in your faith to yourself, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? And you keep on acting because you gonna be something. Okay?
Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm not just going to give you no false accolades. I need this. I need to see some action. I need to see you on screen. I need to see a full video. I need to hear a complete record, EP, merch sales. I need to know you serious about the action. I want to know, are you really serious? Because whether you realize it or not, right? Whether you realize it or not, I don't know how long you've been in the game, music-wise. But the young lady next to you, that's sitting next to you over there, okay, Terry Cherry, she been in the game for a minute, dedicated, album after album, video after video, working and grinding, blood, sweat, and tears, independent artist, putting her own music into the workforce of what she's doing, her labor of love. So, I don't know how committed you are to this music. Now, you might be committed to the Lord, committed to Christ, but how committed are you to this music?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked it too, because I'm not trying to pretend to be nothing I'm not. I'm walking in my call, basically. And it's like, I wasn't fully confident at first. So like, I am in the beginning stages. That's the truth. But I released some music a couple years ago, and I was very, very committed then. But like I said, I wasn't getting like the results I wanted at the time, and it was very discouraging. And so at that time, it didn't feel worth it, and so I stopped. But I just came back full force, like I said. But also, I've always been working on it, even behind closed doors. What I was trying to do is perfect my craft, and it's not perfected, but still been working on my craft, polishing my craft. So even if nobody saw me come out with a song, you better trust I was writing one, or singing one, or rapping one, or you know what I'm saying? Working on it somehow. So, but right now, I'm totally committed to get the message out, and I want to bless somebody the way the Lord was able to bless me. That being said, I thought it was going to be like I drop it and then millions of people were just going to jump on, right? And then I didn't really understand the work that went into it, but trust, I'm committed, and you'll see me still around. I'm continuing to study and do all of the research and try to network with people who can point me in the right direction and give me more jewels on how to get it, out there, get my music heard by, the people who it's for. So,
okay. So speaking of that, getting the music out there and representing it the way that it needs to be, where can people find your music and follow your journey?
Well, I have a mini website on Beacons. So that's one place. If you go to my TikTok, it's at My Miracles 88. That's also the same handle as my YouTube, My Miracles 88. And if you go there, right at the top, you can click on the bio, and it'll have like my mini website there, and it'll also have my new song that just came out. I Fell Short Again. And it has the link that you can get to Spotify or Apple. And it also has the link where you can go to YouTube So, like I said, I am in the very beginning stages, but I'm not ashamed of anything. Everybody had to start somewhere. And so, also, I couldn't really focus on my music until I got everything solidified in my life. So far as I have teenagers, I have a roof over my head, I have a car I got to put gas in. So, I had to focus on those things that I felt like the Lord was telling me, make sure you got that stuff straight before you start pouring your money into your music and the vision. And so, that being said, I've come to a place to where I feel like now is a good time to just stay in it. Now, at the beginning, I waited so long because you know how the Bible say you waiting on perfect weather. I was waiting on the right time and waiting on the right time and just waiting on the right time, and the right time never really came. And so I felt like the Lord was just like, girl, you better get out there, just do it. Just do it. Do it scared. And that's what they say. Some people do it scared, and some people start scared and some people don't start at all, right? And so I
Okay.
was the one that's like, I'm gonna start scared, and if people laugh, let them laugh. If people judge, let them judge. I know that God is with me. Then there was this other thing I did this competition a couple years ago. That probably was the one that sealed the deal for me. But I did a competition I don't know, I don't remember, it's like a couple years ago, but it was like a song that I had on YouTube, and it was a competition. I want to say it was I did a lot of competitions like around the first time I started, but like I said, I got discouraged and I kind of just took a year and something off. But I just started like really putting music back out again. But
Mhm.
the competition was like a song and it's like a video, and then you have to get people to vote for you. And I was doing actually really well, but I didn't win or get in like the top 5 or whatever, because those are the ones who would have been able to. I want to say, I can't remember the name, but it was somebody big, and I did good, but I
Okay.
didn't like that whenever you get in the competition, you sign your rights over for that song. And it was one of my favorite songs that I wrote. And I was like, well, I'm gonna make that sacrifice. And if I lose the rights to my song, oh well. But I just don't think that was right either. I'm not gonna say the name of the person who did the competition because it's a big name, very respected. But that was part of the competition rules. If you put
Mhm.
your song in this competition, then we own the rights to it. So that
Okay.
was a little discouraging too. But anyways, I knew somebody who sung the song that I wrote and was singing the song. And look what he told me. He said, I have been following Christ for a long time and I've had a relationship with God for a long time. He said, but when I sung your song and I started listening to your song, he told me he started hearing from the Holy Spirit. That's what he
Okay.
told me.
Okay.
Yep.
So let me ask you this then. Before we close up out of here, because we've been on this thing for 2 hours. What is the final message you would like to leave with our industry talk audience?
Trust God, and no matter what happens in your life, always trust him and keep a strong relationship with him. Do
Mhm.
the things, because faith without works are dead. But you gotta have the faith.
Okay. All right. So that's going to wrap us up with your interview. It was a great conversation, but I need you to do a couple things for me. Can you do that?
Absolutely. What you got?
Okay. How's your memory and your recall?
It's all right.
Okay, so now this is what I need you to do. I need you to give me some drops. I need you to let everybody know that you are on Industry Talk. So here you go. You're going to introduce yourself. Hey, my name is Akilah Lair, and you are tuned in on Industry Talk here on the Primetime Network. Okay, you got
All
it?
right. Yeah.
Go.
Hey everybody, my name is Akilah Lair, and you're tuned in now to Industry Talks on Primetime Network with Mr.
Yes, indeed.
Jim.
Yes, indeed. Now, I need another one because you're going to do that one again. So go
All
ahead on and do that one again first. Ready? Go.
right. Hi everybody, my name is Akilah Lair, the Melody, and I am on Industry Talks with Brother Jim, and we're on Prime Time.
Back it up. Back it up. I already knew it. Terry, I already knew it. They be so hyped up, ready. I'm one take Jake, god doggone it. I'm ready to go. And then when you get a cut, hold up. Wait, what? Cut. Did I mess
Say
up?
it again, say it again. My name is
Okay.
Akilah on Industry Talks Primetime
Okay.
television.
Yeah. You can spice it up how you want, but the basic premise is you're on Industry Talk. My name is Akilah Lair here on Industry Talk here on the Primetime Network. Boom, 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 and let them know that you enjoyed this. Be tuned into my interview. Let them know that too. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey everybody, my name is Akilah Lair, aka My The Melody, and I'm on Industry Talks on Primetime Network, and I need y'all to tune in to my interview. He is the bomb. And yeah.
Good. Can we get that one again or something like that one more time?
Okay.
Let's go. Whenever you're ready.
Hey everybody, my name is Akilah Lair, aka My The Melody, and you're tuning in right now to Industry Talks on Primetime Network, and he is the bomb.com. I need you to come view my interview.
Awesome. Terry.
Yes.
What other drops you need to give us? What other one can you think of?
Just her information. How can I find you?
Yes, your
What
information.
can
Give
I
us your
find you
drops.
on?
Okay.
Because and also I want to let you know, check that on your my, because it's my MAI, not my as in MY, ladies and gentlemen, but on your My Miracles on the Deacon site on the site, check your Instagram link. It won't let me go to the Instagram link.
Okay. I'll go check it.
So follow up on that and make sure it's the right link. Okay. So go ahead and give you drops.
Hey everybody, you can come check me out on TikTok. That's where I'm most active at. And it's going to be at My Miracles 88, spelled MAI Miracles 88. It's the same handlebar on YouTube at MAI Miracles 88. And if you click on those bios, it'll take you to my mini website. It's on Beacons. So, and then also you can go there and you can get your own beacons too.
Was that you? Was that you on the slick trying to slip a referral in so you could get paid on the back end?
No, no, because I think people always need, like, a lot of people don't know that you can put all your links on one page.
Right.
And so I really be trying to help people.
That's true. And I'm trying to help you. You're supposed to say, yes, use my referral link so I can get a discount and get me paid. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Use my referral link. Do it.
That's what's up. Terry, anything you want to add before we get about this thing?
Y'all had me over here crying today.
Girl. Me too.
Right.
He a mess.
Yes, he is. I already know it.
So we good for the closeout, Terry?
Yep.
Okay. Terry don't want to say nothing before we get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. It's been another great episode of Industry Talk here on the Prime Time Network. Yes, indeed. And like we do about this time, man, big shout out to my brother ECO and the official Miss Jamaica. Let me put this on your mind right quick.
It's about that time. We decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down there, trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Prime Time. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the boss is talking.
Bosses Talk, and make sure you tap in with my brother Jarrell Braswell at jbcomedy.com.
Hey, what it do, world? It's your boy, comedian JB, the real Jay Braswell, comedian Jay Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
And the rundown of our sponsors for today. Today's episode of Industry Talk is proudly sponsored by the Butterfly Collection. That's right, the Butterfly Collection is here. Gentle stories, big lessons, bright imagination. Books are available at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Ingram Spark by author Angel Williams. These books are perfect for pre-K programs, kindergarten classrooms, elementary schools, classroom libraries, bedtime reading, and SEL programs. Be sure to get your copy today. Make sure you get your copy today. And look here, make sure you are in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. This Saturday, June 6th, is going down or rather it's going all the way up like a circus tent. I stole that from Jarrell Braswell, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and he will be in town. Tolu is hosting his Coming Home 3-on-3 tournament in Bay St. Louis at the MLK Park. 10 o'clock is the tip-off time, and thank you to our platinum sponsor. Today's conversation on Industry Talk is being brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Tisha's Signature House Blend Seasonal. When you're preparing yourself something to eat, be sure to season your meats with Tisha's Signature House Blend Seasonal. Yes,
like
indeed. If you need to season your meats, make sure you get that Tisha's Signature. Now, signature, ladies and gentlemen, that means her own personal blend, house blend. You know what I mean? Thank you, guys. Thank both of you, Akila, Terry, all the time. It's a pleasure to have Terry on the show with me. But Akila, thank you for joining us today. It was a great conversation. I do want to know if we can bring you back, if we can invite you back to sit down and chop it up with us some more.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. I love y'all so much. And Miss Terry, I meant to mention you on Prime Time, but I thought I was going to mess it up. But you definitely have a beautiful spirit as well. You both do. I love it.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Ain't nothing stopped yet. We can always hit the reset button and go ahead on and run that thing. Wait a minute.
I was messing it up. Oh, Lord.
Nah, let's run it. And give Terry Cherry her shout out in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Industry talk.
Okay.
You run it how you want to run it, Akila, because we're gonna chop these things up how we do it. Go ahead.
What is it? Is it prime time television? What is it? That's the part I'm messing up.
Industry talk. The name of the show is Industry Talk. And Prime Time is the network. Industry Talk on the Prime Time Network.
Prime Time Network. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Hey everybody, this is Akila Lair, aka My The Melody. I'm on Industry Talks on Primetime Network with Mr. Jim and Miss Terry, and they are thebomb.com. Tune in to my TV interview.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I appreciate that. I would say do it again, but I don't think it's gonna get any better. Terry. I don't think she got it. I don't think it's I asked her before she got started. How's her memory?
Which part? I said it was okay. I didn't say it was great. I lost my card last week.
Watch this. Watch this. Akila, watch this. Terry, give us a drop, baby. Give us a drop.
Y'all already know what it is. Y'all right here on Industry Talk, right here on Primetime Network. You know what it is and what to find. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like, do everything you need to do to come watch us every day. We on the way. Y'all already know.
You already know, baby. You already know. You see how she let the thing flow?
Yeah, she let it flow. I like it.
You ready?
I can't give you nobody gift of my own, but I got you.
And that's all I want. That's all I'm asking for. I'm asking for Akila. I'm not asking for Terry. I'm just showing you, you know what I'm saying? She built for this thing. So you in this industry, you got to get built for this.
Okay.
His name, all you gotta do is just get his name right. Big G.
Yeah,
Big G.
Big
G.
G.
Because she's saying gems and all of this, that, and the other.
Off
Big
the
G.
Primetime Network.
Big G and Terry, got it.
And Terry Cherry.
Terry Cherry. Hey y'all, this is Akila
Hold
Lair.
up. I got to put you on the screen by yourself.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you
Hey,
need his help right now. You definitely need his help right now. Call on the spirit.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Hey y'all, it's Akila Lair, aka My The Melody. I'm here on Industry Talks with Big G and Terry Cherry, and we're on Primetime Network. Y'all need to listen to Industry Talks and come watch my interview. Love y'all.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right.
You knocked it out the park, Terry. You knocked it out the park, Terry.
Had some good teachers. Some good teachers.
Yes, indeed. Hey, like I said, I appreciate
it. Hold on, I found out before we leave. Ma, what's your sign?
Girl, I was born May 23rd. I be telling people to cross, but I was born May 23rd. That's, they call it a Gemini. They call it a Gemini.
Woo! My mama Gemini. I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Or Taurus. Gemini Taurus, one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, Yeah, my mama was born the beginning of May, the very beginning, second.
Mm,
So
okay. Yes, indeed. Well, we have an astrology session at the end of this session, but we about to close the session. We're about to close it. Terry blacked out.
For the record, my sign is the cross.
Yes, indeed.
For the
The
record.
sign of the
Somebody
cross.
try to call me. Call me. Everybody be trying to call me when I'm on live. I know they
Yeah.
be seeing me on live.
I know they do. And they
That's
call
true.
you anyway.
That's
Anyway.
And don't ask the question why I'm on the live. Like I'm supposed to answer like, hey,
Yeah.
what she say about that?
What is that about?
He's watching the live. That's crazy. Type it in there. Type it in the comment.
Yes.
Yes. Please type it in the comments. We need the engagement. Definitely.
Yeah.
But hey, I appreciate y'all. Great show. Great conversation, and looking forward to getting with you in the future, Akila. Thank you. Curvy Capone, my girl, I appreciate you for sending Akila our way. And as always, beautiful people, y'all know with me, it's always about health, wealth, wellness. Stay dangerous. What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. And this is my personal invite to all of you to join me on Industry Talk on the Prime Time Network daily at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I get into great conversations with entrepreneurs, artists, industry leaders, you name it, we bring it to the table. So make sure you tap in with us, lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We stream on all major platforms. And be sure to visit us at gemsitpublishing.com. This is Industry Talk. Let's get into it.
Motion.